Hi Sabrina, I'm Mark Elliott, Yellow Hat Home Inspections, and it's great to have done that inspection for you today. I'm going to outline to you what I found with the property. I'm going to go through the report so that you can see and understand exactly what the condition is, and we'll have a look at the summary, which is at the end of the report, and that'll give you a clear idea of the condition of the house as it was today on the day of the inspection. We're now looking at the end of the report, and you can see we've got a list of things that have been found during the inspection. Let's start right with the top and we'll go through each one of them. The first thing is, I noted that there are post-tension cable ends showing in the foundation. Well, the thing about those is that they're nothing really too much to worry about. I've got to show them to you so that you know exactly where they are, but really they're just part of the inspection. It's common to find these post-tension cable ends in a foundation showing, and you can have them covered up. It's a process that's called parging, and it's simply done by smearing mortar over the end of the cable that seals it. And you can buy the mortar from Home Depot for as little as a few bucks, so it's a very cheap fix. The next thing is evidence of common settlement around the house. The reason we note that is that in North Texas we suffer from a lot of movement in house foundations. The reason we do that is that the ground and the soil is expansive, and the soil expands anything between 3 and 18 inches. Now, the settlement that you've had in your house is very small. There's not a great deal of settlement at all, and as a consequence it's not something that I'd be too concerned about. However, I do recommend that you introduce an irrigation routine and you water the ground in about 18 inches of the foundation to keep the soil moist, and by doing that you're going to actually reduce the movement of the building. Also around the house, a number of points, there is a bit of distressed siding and a bit of weather damage, but other than that, you know, it's all looking very, very good. The caulking is mentioned here too. Caulking is actually done on windows, and when you look at the video you'll actually see that I've mentioned that the caulking around some of the windows needs to be repaired. In addition to that, I've noticed that a number of the windows have what we call fogging. Fogging is caused when the seal in the double glazed window starts to break down, and it allows air in and out between the window panes. As a result, wet air can get in, it heats up, the condensation then forms on the window, and you get stains inside between the two panes. Very common on houses of this age, not something I'd be too concerned about. It does reduce the efficiency of the windows. There are a number of ways that you can improve that. You can have the windows replaced, or there are people that can actually repair the broken seals for you. But again, it's something that's really your choice. Around the actual hearth itself, I find this all the time, we've got a problem with the clearances around the extensions. And we'll just go and look inside the report and I'll show you where that comes up. This is what you'll find in the report, and this is the illustration. And what is actually happening is this area here is just not big enough. It's only about 6 inches. It should be 8 inches or more. And this area here, this dimension coming out, should be 16 inches, and it's only about a foot. Go back to the listings. So this distance here, and you can see it in the report, is greater than 4 inches. It's actually about 6 inches, and if you're going to have children about, it might be worthwhile putting an extra balustrade in. However, again, a very common fault, often the case in houses of this age, because in the time when this house was built, that type of gap was acceptable. Now, the other item I've noted is that inside the breaker box there's a cable that's incorrectly tied off, and we're going to go and look at that now. And here it is. You can see the breaker box here. Here's my screwdriver. This is the actual cable. it's actually going off somewhere in the house. Really what should happen here, there should be a wire nut that should be completely capped off so that you can't touch it. It's unlikely to be powered. There was no power on it on the day of the inspection, and it's unlikely to power up, but good practice says to tie those ends off. In addition to that, mentioned in that list is that the conduit, here's the conduit here, the conduit going up to the electrical meter, which is above it up here, that's become disconnected. That should be reconnected because that's there to protect the cable, the electrical cable coming into your home. Perhaps a more important point is the dryer outlet. This is the dryer outlet in the laundry room, and it's a 3-pole outlet. Really, you should have a 4-pole there. This is what was normally installed at the time the house was built. The problem is that most of the dryers that you buy today, new ones, have a 4-pole connector. So you might like to think about having that change. You don't need to worry about it till you install your till you install your dryer, because it may be that the dryer actually comes with a 3-prong. It may be a choice for you, but I'm not sure. However, it's in the report as being there. Let's scroll down a bit further. All the heating and cooling was fine. The cooling, we got a drop of 15 degrees across the whole of the house. So that's a good drop, and that indicates that the cooling system is working perfectly. That's just an illustration about how I measure the temperature efficiency of a cooling system. Now the water supply. The water supply pressure is 55 pounds per square inch, and all of the taps in the house turned on and turned off well, and there was hot water at all the faucets. However, the drains should have a clear out. This is basically a point at which you can put a auger down the sewer system to clear it if it becomes blocked. Well, I couldn't find those clear outs. They are certainly there. They are probably in the front, in the flower beds, covered up by the dirt that's being used to grow the flowers in. But that's something that should be found. The water heater is coming to the end of its working life. It actually has a 6-year warranty, and it's now 6 years old. Water attacks and corrodes water heaters in this part of the world, and the maximum they last is between 10 and 12 years. So your heater is actually getting to the end of its working life. Let's go back to the end and look at our list. Another point about the water heater, which I've listed here, it doesn't have a safety pan. And when you come to look at the video, you'll see what I mean. The dishwasher does not have what we call a backflow preventer. And basically what that is a little valve that stops the water being sucked from the drain back into the dishwasher. It's very easy to install and fix. A simple job that can be achieved by a plumber in next to no time. And then finally, the range, the cooker. The cooker knob controlling the front left burner is loose and comes off and will not turn properly. So in summary, I'll start again. In summary, everything's looking really good. The house is in pretty good shape. There are a number of things you might like to take care of, but overall the position of the house as of the day of the inspection is good.